Hi everyone, welcome back to another Moonscape and Seascape stream. I'm your host Jessie. How's it going? So, as everyone knows, that early access phase 2 is finished, so we are looking forward to our open beta. So, before we do all of that, I just wanted to first of all say thank you to everyone who played Moonscape Early Access 2. And today I'm gonna bring out a very important guest to talk about what happened during the early access and then what we can look forward to in the future for the open beta. So let me welcome the game designer, Erlan. Hi, Erlan.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing?
Hi.
How are
Yeah,
you?
good. So what time is it over there?
On the moon is difficult because
Yeah,
we have like a day rotation, so it's difficult to calculate it in
I
Earth time.
see. In Earth time, is there any Earth product over there
I mean, I need to
that you
import
bring?
everything. I need to import everything.
I see. So
Yeah.
are you drinking, earth
Actually,
water?
yes, I got a rocket from Japan, so now I have some Okinawa beer. And
Oh, nice. Way to
yeah.
treat yourself. Oh, they say Wednesdays. For in Taiwan, we say like early. Wednesday is a little weekend because it's the middle of the
I
week.
mean, yeah.
So we need to find all kinds of purpose to drink, and also
Of
it's
course.
like yeah. So like for example, for some reason, like on Wednesday night, if you go to like bars and stuff, like they have
Hmm.
like half price that
Hmm.
you can just have fun with. Yeah, it's really fun. So that's
Sounds like
nice.
amazing.
Glad you're drinking it. Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't drink until Friday night. So let's wait until Friday night. Do you know that I'm super lightweight?
Which one?
I'm very lightweight. I'm like just the
A
tiniest.
tiny bit of alcohol and
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm just like I'm dead. Out.
Well,
Yeah.
I am originally from a country that supposedly I cannot confirm is the second country in the world that people have more resistance to alcohol
Really?
besides Germany. Yes.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. So it's like in your gene. So
Basically.
wow, that's great. Like
Yeah.
it's awful that whenever I drink, it's even I'm not drunk,
Mhm,
my
mhm.
whole body will have rashes. Like
Yes,
the
because it
they
can
call
create some
the
kind of allergy with the enzyme of
yeah,
it.
like the Asian flush,
Mhm.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, so that's why every single time when I'm like drink anything, it's just like
Mhm.
bread, and people think I'm drunk when I'm not actually not. Even though I'm still lightweight though. So yeah. So
And
thank you for
can you
keeping.
like just like train and keep drinking until your body is like, okay, now I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to get red anymore.
I think so. So when I was in Australia, I drink almost every day.
Hmm.
Um, and that time I really built the resistance for it. Mm, these days I am still too. I
Hmm.
think I still build a little bit resistance more and more along the way. So I'm not too sure. So um I'm going to the States in October. So
Oh,
I'm like training for it.
yes, yes, for
Because
sure,
like I know there's gonna be a lot of like socially drinking, so I'm not gonna be like one
definitely.
beer and like everyone needs to send me home. So so I'm
Yes,
so I'm like I'm training myself to
hmm,
at least being able to hold my liquor. So,
yes.
yeah.
Although my American friends, some of them, not all of them, when I say that I am drinking literally since I was in primary, they are like, that is insane. Because, then of course the laws there are so complicated about that.
I see.
Yeah, so in my country, you can drink, you cannot just buy it, but drinking is not illegal,
Mm.
even if you are a child.
I remember I remember the first time I drank is I was in elementary school that I accidentally drank my aunt's red wine. I thought
Oh.
that's apple soda.
Hmm.
Cause like, cause like my aunt likes to mix red wine with apple soda, so they both look dark and they
Yes.
both look bubbly. So I'm like, take a huge gulp of it, and I'm like, I can't even spit it out because I already swallowed it down, and I'm like, what is that? And my aunt freaked out. Everyone freaked out, and I'm like, yeah, it's really fun.
It is
That
funny.
was, yeah.
Maybe a little traumatizing, but funny
For me, it's not traumatizing.
for
It's
them.
just funny. For them, it is traumatizing. They're like, she's so little, she's gonna die. Like,
You
I spent
probably,
the whole
yeah.
yeah, I spent the whole night just like giggling. I'm just like, I
I
just
was
giggle.
about to say, I don't think for something like that, even a child will have a health issue. It's just that you are going to get a little drunk.
Yeah, 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 exactly. So that's why. Um, So, speaking of what we're here for today, how um, I've been streaming for Moonscape Early Access, and a lot of people have like really good feedback of it. So I kind of want to understand like between Early Access 1 and Early Access 2, what are the difference
Mhm.
between these
Yes.
transitions?
Yes. So in early access one, we only have one city on the game, and also it was mostly to test like how the game was going to work with players, like with actual players, like doing collecting resources, fighting each other, etc. And on early access too, it have some other features. For example, it have a second city, and it was very helpful for me to understand what will be the requirements to access a second city, right? And also how would be the requirements to start a city from scratch. That was very important.
Mm-hmm.
As some players, for example, they asked me if I have a common city NFT that all the buildings are level one, what are my advantage compared to a free player like doesn't have any city? And that was a really good question. Like, okay, what, because your buildings are level one, so what is your advantage? So then I modified all the resource structure of the game when you start a new city. So even if you have a level one common city NFT with the buildings on level one or two, you still have an advantage because a free player cannot immediately like build all the buildings. You need to spend some time playing the game in order to get the five buildings for a city. And and also there were a lot of questions like, what about if I import a city but I already have the buildings in another city, because there is a limit of two buildings. So these
Yeah,
kind of questions were very important to me to figure out what to do for the full release of the game, that you will have three cities, or even this kind of situation will be even more common. Also in
that's really
early,
fun.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's really nice to get a feedback from the community, from the players, because sometimes, as I am the designer, sometimes everything is too makes it's too easy for me to understand, but they as a player see it from a fresh point of view, so they can tell me more things that probably I was not fully aware of. And and also in early access phase 2, we had the missions, and it was daily missions and seasonal missions. And it definitely, some of the missions were like impossible. Some people,
Yes.
most of the people, I like killing the Rebrov alien. I don't think anyone managed to do it in that period
Oh,
of time.
really?
Yes,
Okay,
and that
good. Because I was about to say, I suffer so much for like I'm like looking around trying to find aliens to kill.
yes. And also, yes, but for example, that's a good point. One of the missions was kill several aliens, right? But then the aliens, if you kill them, they disappear for 12 hours and then come back. But sometimes it was difficult for them to understand like how many aliens are already killed. So I have to put that in the UI to make it more clear that okay, you already killed this amount of aliens. Or also, one good suggestion was to put like a cooldown, like okay, your aliens will
Yeah.
come back in a specific period of time. For the so they don't keep trying and trying and trying, and there is nothing in the map for them to kill. Also, good. Another good suggestion was to make because some people found certain missions very time consuming and like not they didn't want to spend too much time doing it, and other people found that it was fine and they wanted to do it, and maybe they didn't want to do other. So instead of having, for example, in the early access phase 2, it was 8 daily missions, and you need to complete all 8 to get like all the rewards. For a next version, it will be, for example, 12 missions, but you still need to
Mhm.
complete only 8. So if you don't like a mission, you simply don't do it and do something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's like this kind of feedback were very important. And about difficulty for seasonal missions, yeah, definitely. And some of the missions were impossible. No one managed to do it. So in a real season, it will be literally no players managing to do it, the seasonal mission, which is like the opposite of what I want. I want it to be
Yes.
difficult, but and time consuming, but not impossible for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Like I think it's really important for these early access for us to like get to know what players are encounter the difficulties with, and because from my perspective it is really like for me when already I'm very so my CTNFT is already level A at the get-go.
Mhm.
So I certainly have like benefits of other people don't have, but at the same time, when I'm actually playing the game itself with that much of an advantage, I still encounter several hurdles. So
Mhm.
I think it's really important for us to have that community and tell us about what to modify and what to be considered. So I'm actually curious. So do you think you're gonna do you think people building the second city is too easy, or you think it's like in a map like it's okay?
No, it's fine because in the open beta, the second city will need moon dust, not resources.
Ah,
So it
I
will
see.
totally
So
change the dynamic
mhm.
of the building.
I think it's really important that you mentioned the moon dust.
Mhm.
So I was wondering if you could. I think we established moon dust way before a few episodes before, but for
Yes,
those newcomers, can you explain what moon dust is because it doesn't appear in the early access?
correct. So early access phase 1 and 2 didn't have Moondos, and Moondos is a premium resources. So that means you can only get it if you spend tokens in the game. So the current plan is to have a spending of MSCP, like the token, the official token of the game, or USDC. Of course, spending MSCP will give advantage, will give more amount of Mundos. And the Mundos will be used at the beginning. So for the first version of early access, will be used mostly for boosting times. So when you create when you level up a building or you level up a skill or a function in the game, it takes time, and sometimes it can take a while, it can take a few days even, depending on how high you are in the skill. What with Moon does, you can just like boost and you complete immediately. This will be very important for the early access, for the early access, or for the open beta, because it will have the level of your building will may affect your earnings. So if your building is higher level, your earnings will be higher. You will have a bonus. So you want to get, and the important thing to consider is that this is on real time. So the system is calculating your bonus based on the building level at that specific moment. So every second. So if you level up fast, means that you get higher bonus at the beginning and at the end of the season, or when, yeah, at the end of the DeFi season, you will get more rewards, of course, token rewards. So it will be
Nice.
valuable.
I'm actually really curious. I don't know if you have this data in the back end or not. So, or if you can't tell, it's okay. I'm just very curious.
Yeah.
Has anyone in the Moonscape history ever defeated a cosmic horror yet?
As far as I checked last time, no. Uh,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. So, does this kind of data makes you want to reconsider to like water down a little bit of the difficulties?
yes, for sure, absolutely, absolutely. And like because the idea with the seasonal missions is that literally every season, and the seasons will be defined by the DeFi part of the game. So when you have a DeFi pool, and then the DeFi pool will last 2 months or 3 months, and that will be the season. Um, I will really need to like figure out. So every season, the task, like the seasonal missions, will be different because I need to consider both veteran players that have been from the beginning and new players. So it will need to have a balance between both. But if I make all the missions based on new players, then the veteran player are going to feel like bored. Like okay, I can complete this super easy. Um,
Yes.
so yes, I need to think in a progressive way. Like okay, from the beginning of the first season, probably if it's only 2 months, no one is going to manage to kill that. So I cannot put any mission related to that alien. And then
Uh-huh.
for the next mission, the next season, after 3 months, people will be higher level, things like that. Okay, I can start using that.
Okay,
But
that's
this is
good.
very very good, very important for me. I wanted to test how fast people were managed able to get resources, things like
To
that,
get custom of it. Yeah.
to get things. And for example, one of the things that was very important to receive the feedback is that from level 1 to 5 of a building or a feature, a skill or something, is way too fast. So the players
Mm.
felt like from level 1 to 5 is a few days, and that's it. I am level 5. But starting level 6, it was weeks or months.
It is
So
really, really like the resources gets a lot.
yes,
Yes.
so I am now more aware of that. So I know that I needed to make it feel more progressive, like not like a sudden block, like a sudden wall. Like okay, you cannot level up anymore, but like it has to be in a more steady pace.
Yeah, that's really nice. So like moving on to from phase two to open beta, what are the what do you think about what's the difference gonna be on open beta?
Well, a lot of different. First, there is not going to be any requirement to enter the game. So on
Mm-hmm.
early access one, we have the requirement of having a city NFT from the NFT sale. So it's very limited. It's only 185 cities, if I'm not wrong. So super limited. And also staking an amount of MSCP. It was 300,000 at that time, if I'm not wrong. And then on early access, so two requirements. Both one is the NFT and the other is the token. In early access two, we divide it. You can have a city and then import and play, or you can put MSCP, stake 800,000 and play the game. So if you don't have a city for because you couldn't get it in the sale, you just put the MSCP and you can enter the game. And open beta, no requirement. A player just go into the game, create an account, validate the account with the email that will be a requirement, and enter the game, and that's it. So no requirements at all.
Nice. So you don't need to
And
connect to your wallet.
no, no, not at all. You
No.
only need to connect your wallet if you are going to use any of the DeFi features that are allowed. Um,
So I'm curious to know, for those who join early access one and two, will their account still be valid, or they need to recreate a new one?
So far, it will be the same account, but all the progress will be reset. So all of it,
I see.
and they will need to start fresh from like it's the first time they play the game. So I can make all these kind of adjustment in resources and how they obtain the resources and the amounts.
I just remember I'm such a hypocrite. I totally forgot to take out my I totally forgot to export my CD NFT.
Okay, no problem. You
Oh.
can still go to the game and import anytime you want.
Oh really? So is there like a time frame for anyone to
Yes,
do it?
yes. You need to do it as soon as possible because as soon as
Yeah.
we start open beta, then it's not going to be impossible. The city is safe in the contract. Our contracts are super safe and they are audited by Halborn and they have no vulnerabilities.
Okay.
But it will take like basically a contact to customer service. Like we will need to help you provide some like backdoor help. It's not that you immediately just go to the game and export the city and everything is fine. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, just if anyone haven't import the city or the MSCP, please do it as soon as
Yeah.
you can. It's safe, but it will take some work to do it later if you don't do it when we open beta.
Yes. I'm literally putting it on my things to do right now. I really forget.
Yeah,
This is not even
reminder.
set up. I literally need to put a reminder. I'm like preaching everyone every week. Hey, but Moonscape Early Access is finished. Make sure you go to take out your stake and like I'm literally saying that, and I've totally forgot to do it on my own.
But do as I say and not as I do.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first time I hear this quote. Nice.
I don't know who it is from. I didn't make it by the way.
Oh. For a second, I thought you make a super clever quote.
No, I am not that wise. Actually, the low oxygen on the moon is affecting my brain.
I
That's why I
see.
need to
Oh no.
constantly drink.
I see. So also shout out to everyone who's chatting with us in the live chat. If you have any questions about Moonscape or any Seascape product, always feel free to ask us. We'll try our very best to reply to all of you. So yeah,
Yes. So
moving on.
everyone,
Yeah.
if you have a question, I am getting drunk, so this is the perfect moment to ask me something that I wouldn't reply normally in another
What
kind.
what's your ATM password?
About Moonscape.
About Moonscape? Oh, I see. But I thought you were in the moon, so on the moon, so Earth bank count doesn't affect you anymore.
I'm still not going to say anything related to my bank. I'm not that drunk yet.
Not that drunk yet. All right, we need to start doing shots then. Virtual shot.
Every time Rebrov alien kills you, we get a shot.
Yes, we should. That would be amazing. That would be our open beta game stream game. Like
Sure.
the minute I raid a city and like a building is gone, or like if I kill an alien, we take a shot.
Nice. Oh boy, we are going to be so drunk that day.
We won't because I'll be so bad.
Okay, yes, it has
like,
to be
because right now we are not able to access to Moonscape right now. Like I cannot play Moonscape right now, so I'm gonna be very rusty. So like by the time open beta start, it needs to be at least 2 weeks for me to like get used to it again.
Yeah,
like
for
yeah.
Sure. For sure. Okay, it's a deal. We are going to get drunk that week.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, actually, someone asked why Violet. So I think he's asking about the whole like the Moonscape static. Like, I think it's more of a pinkish. Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm actually like curious about the backstory of Moonscape. So what I have my own interpretation of it, but I'm very curious. I wanted to share with you, but I want to share with everyone. But I wanted to know if you have something in mind, like why the moon is reddish pink. Like, is there a story behind it or anything?
Actually, yes, and actually several players have asked me like, "Are you going to make a story?" Even for a game that is not like a story-based game, it should be nice to have like a backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And probably the story before open beta will be available on the website. I I will try to have like some kind of like a small wiki on the game, like you can click on something and you can read things about the game. But probably most of the it will be easier to check on the website. And you yes, so there is some. I haven't fully growed it yet, but of course I have the whole skeleton of the story.
Uh-huh.
But uh, so basically the humans were trying to terraform the moon,
Yes.
right? But they did it in a way that it was an experiment. So they thought it will
Mm.
work and it will turn the moon into a second Earth, but it didn't. And it just
Mm.
basically mutated the moon. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
when we were doing the design, we wanted to have to reply the question of the person in the chat. We wanted to
Yeah.
make the moon really alien, like really
Yeah.
like in a very
Deserted.
shiny
Yeah.
color and
Alienate.
like a total color that is totally different from our moon that is basically gray. So that's why the colors are popping all the time. We want something that pop. And I had a lot of inspiration on 70s and 80s synth wave, like this kind of very synthesizer style, uh, like a neon style. So yeah, that's why I didn't want it to make it fully retro, but it like have some kind of inspiration on that.
Like a rich. Yeah, yeah. All right. By the way, shout out to Pebble. Hi. Is it Pebble? All right. Okay. Hi, Pebble. You want me to give him a shout out? So why not? All
Why
right.
not?
So I thought about a backstory that
Awesome.
you don't need to take it, but I'm just like this is this is my thought of why the moon is red or like this
Pink,
color pink, pinkish red.
pinkish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for me, so my backstory for Moonscape is that uh, people started to notice that the moon is getting pink and like they start discoloring it. So we sent a, a, a bunch of astronauts in the ship and then go to the moon to find out why, like they want to do experiment of like why the moon is tainted with color, but they never return. So they never returned. So the government are really worried and think there's something wrong on the moon, and so they constantly sending troops and rockets and all kinds of resources there just to see if there's any um, um, problems with it. And then
All right.
those for those people who got sent out to the
Mm-hmm.
moon, um, later on was like very shocked to find like there are several crashed rockets of like not like leaking out pink liquid. So it is what we saw the rocket juice. Like
Yeah.
when the people arriving there are many rocket that looks exactly identical as the rocket they've been sent out to,
Mm-hmm.
and all these rockets are all crashed and then leak out the pink, and that's why it got tainted, and then it tainted the whole moon. And remember in one of the role play that we did, you once mentioned that all these rockets are actually from the future.
Yes.
Remember that? So I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking that
That is canon.
there's yeah, so there's a bootstrap
Yep.
paradox where there's a black hole that from in the future, pe- people keep sending, like they keep on crashing into
Mm,
the moon, and because they crash, they need to build another one to send out, but then it keeps crashing. And wherever there's the black hole opens up is where the crashed rockets are landed, like are crashed and leak out.
mm,
And so like this is like a, actually, um yeah, that's like the base of what I thought it could be. So it's like, like over the next decades, like nations and corporation are sending
yes.
teams to the moon, and like discover the mysterious circumstances around like the moon change it in color. And then
Hmm.
those people, and also they found that there are aliens there that, um and later on, because everyone keep progress, so like that's why Moonscape started, is because we're so advanced with technology that we are starting building things around Moonscape. So that's why we found resources like decentralized, we found yield stone and all of that. So all of the resources we have are actually like on the planet moon, except the rocket juice.
Yes.
So, and we also realized that the reason why only big resources are guarded by
Hmm.
cosmic horror is that cosmic horror is not originally the aliens on the moon. They're attracted by the power of those big resources, and because the chemical in the rocket juice like
Hmm.
are their power source, so that's why they only guarded big resources on the moon. So like something like that, like like it's like the I was like thinking, oh, maybe this could be this could be that, like, yeah, I think it's really
Wow.
fun to
No,
like
I love it.
to
I
like
love it.
think about. Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, super. I need to change, and so you are giving me a lot of ideas
Yeah.
to like how to mix my idea of the story with things that you say that make it more
Yes,
interesting. So the
we can like fuse it.
yes, exactly. So fuse both ideas. Yeah, for sure. Also, for everyone, later when we start having like a guest on the tabletop RPG sessions. Like if everyone wants to apply later to be a guest and play with us, some of the things that could happen could become part of the story. Not everything, don't get crazy, but it's something that I consider really interesting that happened. Like for example, when you say that in our tabletop game we decided that the rocket is from the future, not from the past, even if they look like they have been in the moon for hundreds of years. So yeah, if you want to, I would like to get to a point that the community also help like creating the story, but maybe not the main storyline, but like side stories related to Moonscape. That will be
Yeah,
really interesting.
I think that would be really fun. Like we should make like a community event
Yes,
where like we just have all the people, and then they just start sending like ideas, like
yes, correct.
what they think, why this is like this, and what they think like that. So like I think that would be really cool. That's a really cool idea.
Yes, yes, let's do it.
Yeah, I think it's really really fun. And like so like, um I'm also thinking like the reason why like every ship is identical, like leading to the conclusion that what if they're actually all the same ship? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what if it's just the same ship, but over and
Over and over.
over? Yeah, like, yeah, that's like super cool. That's what then that will explain
Wow.
why all
Yes,
of the rockets look the same,
yes, correct.
because they are the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same ship.
So
Yeah,
now we are getting into the multiverse of Moonscape.
yeah, that would be
Awesome.
so cool. I think because like right now, I don't know if we can say it, but like remember, like um, I'm gonna have DM you to say. Can
Sure.
we say this? Can we say something about this?
Sure. If I tell you stop, then you stop. But yes, sure, you can.
Okay. So like right now we're revamping, designing the new Moonscape website, right?
Sure.
So I was thinking maybe we can have a section
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
like backstory of Moonscape, and then like we can like create all kinds of Moonscape section there.
Yes.
And if
Yeah.
someone wants to like leave comments about what are the tiny details they wanted to add, they can like we should create like a chat room there,
Hmm.
just so
Yeah.
like
That
people can see it there.
that was literally what I mean. That the core part of the story probably will be in the website, not in the game, to make it easier for players to
Mm.
read. Um, because the website is like much easier to read than like literally needing to log into the game and go to a
Mm-hmm.
specific section. But yeah, that's literally what I mean when I say that. Like we are doing a lot of changes on the website so it can accommodate all these kind of things. So it could have like a main story, and it will be like a storyline and the core part, and then side story, and that will be could very well be part of like community is made stories. And of course we will credit the person that made it, so everyone knows, okay, this part of the story, the backstory of the Kryptonian was made by this user, and like,
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. And also, like, so right now our blog has developer diaries, right?
yes,
But those are not really they're not really stories, but like
yeah,
like kind of like a 攻略,
yes,
like how to play
hmm,
Moonscape. What are the things that you should
yeah,
focus on for Moonscape? Those are just like kind of like an instruction. So we should also, I feel like we should also have like a section where like it's about the story. And
yes,
also um I know we have a community in Telegram and Discord. By the way, totally join. But also we should totally have like a section in the website that we can like let people leave comments there.
yes,
So like
yes,
it's
yes,
more
for sure.
accessible. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Yeah, just spitting ideas. Right now, we're kind of like in this phase between early access 2 and open beta. So I feel like anyone who has like any great ideas about Moonscape, or that you want us to improve, or that you experience early access 2 and you want something to be in open beta, I think this
Yeah.
is the perfect time before we actually launching the game. You
Hmm.
actually have a voice to shout out to us, and then we will be very gladly to hear what you need to say to us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
really
I
fun.
really love to hear from the community in every aspect of the game. So it could be something like oh, it would be cool to have like a background story for every rover. That would be perfect. Or a feature, something you would like to see. Of course, not every comment could appear in the game. Like I have a vision
Sure.
for the game and I follow the vision. But yes, I do appreciate a lot of the feedback from the community for sure.
Yeah. So thank you for the people who keeps saying I'm pretty today. Thank you. Also compliment to Erlan too. You're also really handsome today.
Thank you.
Nice. All right. So yeah, I think this is gonna be really cool. So actually, I wanted to bring it out that
Hmm.
since right now, Moonscape is going into a quiet, like cool
Yes.
down phase. From now on, starting from this Friday, we will start to target our stream into Seascape related. So I actually wanted to tell people the difference between Moonscape and Seascape. So Seascape is the main. So think of like I think Black Lords people Sam did a really good
Mm-hmm.
explanation of how Seascape is. So Seascape is think about Disney. So like Moonscape is one of the thing that Seascape was producing. So we have Black
Yes.
Lords, which is like Meta King Studio. They make
Yes.
Black Lords. So it's like George Lucas film, and then they
Yeah.
make Star Wars. And
Yes.
like for
Correct.
Moonscape, we're kind of like Snow White in Disney region, right? So like we are originally from Seascape, and then we created Moonscape. So we're
Yes.
we're like the first gen of games in Seascape. So yeah, so
Correct.
from now on, yeah, in the future we will be targeting on Seascape projects. So we're gonna bringing different games to everyone. So actually Friday we're gonna do like like Marvel, they do like presentation about the
Mm-hmm.
coming year we are gonna have like
Yes.
a Hawkeye, blah blah blah, She-Hulk and all of that. Um, on Friday we're gonna do that. We're gonna reveal what we're gonna do in Q4 2022. So it'll
Awesome.
be yeah, so it'll be me and Simon. So shout out to everyone if you're interested to see what we're gonna do for Q4 this year. Definitely, totally need to join to see what we got going on.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
right.
that's really exciting. I'm still hoping like in the future you will come to the stream more often as well. Even though we're not probably not talking a lot about Moonscape anymore, we still can
Mm-hmm.
talk about a lot for Seascape related things since you're the OG member of Seascape.
Yes, I am fortunately not drunk enough to spill all the secrets, but sure, I will be coming
Yes,
soon again.
with our drinking game. We should create a drinking game. Yes, that'll be really fun. Yeah, so it's really nice to have you over to here and just like kind of like having a wrap up about Moonscape and
Mhm.
like let people get excited for open beta, which is coming soon. And we are going to in the future. We're not going to just stop talking about Moonscape, of course.
Of course.
We're going to have different events, different campaign for people to join. And like, did you see the numbers? So many people joined our last event, the campaign, the Glint campaign.
Yeah, it was really
So
good.
many entries. It's insane. Like, shout out to everyone who participated it. There are so many people. We're still like trying to process everyone. So that's why it takes so long. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. I think that's like one of the highest events people join in Seascape. So that's really nice. So we're
Awesome.
definitely gonna do more
Hmm.
campaign, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. So yes, even if the game is not going to be available until open beta opens, like until we release that version, there is still going to be activities, things to do, things to participate with, like to keep engaging the community all the time.
Yes,
For
that's
sure.
really exciting. Yeah,
Yes.
I think no matter what, we both of us will always like on Telegram. If anyone is like asking anything, if I
Always, yes.
didn't see it, you will see it. If you didn't see it, I'll see it. Like that's the
Yes.
same. If I didn't see it, you will see it. Yeah, I just say the same thing.
It doesn't matter.
My
Everyone understood.
brain did
So
did
yes,
did the
everyone.
alcohol get to my brain and not
Yes.
you?
Yeah, that's why I feel zero drunk. Sorry, everyone who wanted to
Yeah,
know my bank account password.
sadly.
Um,
So my bank account.
eh, 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 um, so yes,
um,
everyone, if you go to Telegram, to official Moonscape Telegram, you have any question or you want to leave feedback, I will personally, or me, or Jassy will, or Simon, or there is a lot of people that will can contribute. We will definitely answer your question and keep you posted, and of course, always update with the latest like progress on the Moonscape.
exactly. Yes, that's totally what we wanted to do, just to keep our community close and to always share good ideas. And also, if you have any good ideas about what Moonscape can do, you can also just write it in the Telegram group or the Discord group. we're always
Yeah.
like there looking and yeah, responding. And also like we're so spread out all time
Hmm.
zones. So I know you and I, we are in the Asia zone, but we also have people on America zone, and then like Europe, and like we have people all over the world. So your message will always be taken care of in time.
Hmm.
So don't worry about it. We're always like, it's sort of like, I think our bosses are really clever to hire like people like in different time zone. Like it's just completely just like not thought
Absolutely.
about. Like yeah, so we cover all time zone.
Basically, yes. I
That's
never need to worry that okay, someone is going to write to me and then that person is not going to receive a reply until the next day because it's late. Like definitely during the
yeah.
night, it will be the day for someone else, so that someone else will reply.
Yeah, that's exactly like that's like the beauty of such an international
Team.
world that we're living. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah, and also like I remember I was about to say something. Oh, so Sharmika, the GM,
Ex
in
GM.
Moon's ex GM. No, she's still the godmother.
Okay. From
the
that in
god
that way,
the
yes.
the GM. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember one time she's mentioning that maybe we should do a stream that's like a marathon stream. So like start from our time zone, we start streaming until like the
The
second
other time
time
some catch
take
up and
over, and then we keep going
yeah,
and keep going. I'm like, that sounds doable but insane.
yeah. Please, everyone, don't expect that to happen. It's just an idea, fun idea, but yeah, sounds a little too much.
Yes, that sounds fun. But yeah, I don't think we
It
can do
doesn't.
it
Yeah, probably not.
though. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Erlan, to
No
come
problem.
here and join us.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
hopefully we'll see you in the next few streams and always on Telegram and
Hmm.
anywhere on the social medias.
Yes, I will be there.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Have a good night. See ya.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Well, so that is Ellen. So thank you guys so much for coming here and joining us and having fun with us. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yes, this Friday, we will be doing our Q4 reveal for Seascape. What we're gonna do about anything, and you can feel free to come here and join the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So enjoy your day. I'll see you on Friday.